We'll get to some of the questionable calls from Andy Reid that we just saw in just a moment, but let's first look through this lens of this Houston Texans defense that now has beaten the Buffalo Bills, thanks in large part to their defense. Go into Arrowhead in a desperate situation for the Chiefs, and they win this game. How do you best characterize the level that defense is playing at?
I mean, they're playing as well as anybody's playing defense in the NFL right now. Think about what they did. They go to Arrowhead, and the only touchdown they allow is a fourth down play where Kareem Hunt ends up making a play. You had some of these in the highlight. This play by Petrie is insane. So, like, the combination of pass rush, you got guys like Will Anderson Jr., getting after the quarterback. And then the way guys have played in the secondary, Lassiter comes up with this pick here. Earlier in the night, he had a punch out on a ball that should have been a touchdown probably to Thornton. And then, you just have guys flying around. You look at all of the white jerseys to the football at the moment of truth. So I think when you just look at the effort that they're playing with, how they're playing, look, they've been amazing. And it's part of why I think that whole like Davis Mills period of like, oh, we can win games like this, I think was enlightening to the football team. I think it was to Stroud. They're certainly playing pretty well right now.
I mentioned the 10 consecutive incompletions or interceptions. There were several in there for Mahomes. It's all part of a night where he was held to 42% completion percentage. That is the worst of his career. I think that helps frame just what we're seeing from DeMeco Ryans' Houston team that is frightening at the moment in a pretty open AFC. As for Kansas City, they're done. I mean, they've got a couple games they can win, you'd have to think, against the Titans and the Raiders. But they're in grave danger of missing the playoffs. And I just have to start with asking you about a decision that's made, Tim, on a 4th and 1 from your own 31. It feels desperate. I thought maybe you'd try to get him to jump. Yep. Take us through how you viewed it.
Yeah, listen, they're not a bigger fan of Andy Reid than me. Like, I just, that's how I feel about him. He's incredible. This one made no sense. You're on your own 31-yard line. There's all kinds of time. And your defense has been unbelievable. You mentioned, how cooled off Mahomes was. At one point in the second half, Stroud was 0 for 7.
To start the second half.
Yeah, they could get nothing going. Almost, we're watching the game and you said, like, well, okay, what's the plan for this Spags pressure that he's bringing right now? Didn't feel like they had one. So not punting it there, to me, was wild because you give them the football on the 30-yard line. I mean, you're basically in the high red zone giving them the football. And then at that point, like, you give up a touchdown. And that was it. Really, the rest of the night, the defense was fine. Even when you went for it again, quite honestly, Scott.
On 4th and 4.
5:42 left in the game. With all of your timeouts left, that you go for it then again on your side of the field.
I mean, we've reached the point with both college and professional football where, I mean, you put up the stat analytics says go for it. Everyone's just like playing Madden in real life. They just go for it. But in this game in particular, where Houston was doing nothing. On offense, it felt like it's like playing ping pong or playing tennis. Let them make the mistake, and we can win like that. But instead, they made the mistake in their own end. I
think that's a great point, too. It's like the idea of, like, hey, we'll get the ball back. But they were struggling so much. What if you get a turnover? What if you get the ball back that way? You know what I mean? Like, that's how the game felt at that moment. I was surprised to see them go for it.
And this is a team, this Chiefs team, that has lived in a space where they only win those close games. Last year it was 10-0 in the one-score games. This year, this wasn't a one-score game in the end because of the field goal late. But I mean, they feel vulnerable because they are vulnerable. What do you see, or what don't you see when you watch them?
Well, even with the nonsense of going for it, those 4th downs and not getting it, with 3:40 left in the game, they have a chance. It's one-score game to go down and score a touchdown. Like, we used to say, like, Mahomes just needed, 43 seconds or whatever it was. Like, that idea to me just seems wild. I'm not sure they're a playoff team, Scott. Like, at 6 wins with all these other teams in front of them.
Look at what you're looking at. They're on the same space on the In the Hunt graphic with the Miami Dolphins. All credit to the Dolphins, by the way, who won 4 in a row. We'll get to their highlight later. But that's their lot in life at the moment. Like, it's like I saw my buddy Big Cat tweet that they've lost their superpowers. It feels like that, like a Superman movie. He can't fly. Like, he's got to take the bus. You're like, hey, aren't you Superman? What the hell are you doing on the Metro? I can't fly right now. That's where they're at. In Arrowhead, gigantic game for this Houston Texans team. This is quite a play from C.J. Stroud. And who's he looking for? I know who you're looking for. 12. That's who you should throw it to. Nico Collins on the move. big grab. That helps sets up a touchdown. And this Houston team, nobody wants to play them at the moment. They continue to win games. They go into Arrowhead and double up the Chiefs. They win 20-10. Nico Collins is kind enough to throw in a headset. And Nico, I have been in that tunnel when it's cold, and I know it's cold. So thank you for coming out. It's Scott Van Pelt. Welcome to the show. Congratulations on the victory. To go into that place where we've seen you guys, last year in the playoffs, you played them a bunch. To get this victory in the manner in which you did, how satisfying?
Yes, sir. Man, real satisfied, man. We know coming in it was going to be a hard-fighting game all 4 quarters, but we took the week of preparation. We was dialed in, came on the roll, and we fought. Man, and I'm so proud of this team and proud we came out with the dub.
Your defense, and we just did the highlight talking with Tim Hasselbeck, I mean, they're at a level that's rare. Yeah. And I just am interested in how you would explain and describe to our viewers sort of the level of intensity that those guys bring and how you guys can help kind of ride their momentum to continue to get these wins.
Yeah. Yes, sir, man. The defense, man, they the best in the league, and it shows every single play. They relentless, they swarming, and they're everywhere. They want to take the ball away, and they only give the energy to the offense, to the entire team. When you see them out there jumping around, having fun, they bring the juice. That's what we need as the team and as a unit. In order to get where we want to go, we got to continue to, do the little things right, man. I'm so proud of this team, proud of this defense, man, and then we got to continue to go. Continue to be 1-0, continue to take care of our bodies, and continue to keep going.
Nico, the season, it's long, and I think back to when it starts and it's hot and it's, Labor Day, and you guys sort of start slow, and then there's injuries, and there's temptations for folks on our side of the microphone to kind of dismiss you guys and move on. Absolutely. But you guys resisted the idea to give up on each other, and like the Mills weeks where he's playing and hold the rope and getting wins. What has the year been like collectively to just figure out how to hang in until now you guys look as dangerous as anyone?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, yeah. Like you said, man, it's a long season. It's a marathon. Every week, we got to take advantage of our opportunities, no matter what it is. And whenever opportunity comes, we got to make the best of it. And, each week we've been locked in. I'm taking 1 week at a time, 1 rep at a time, man. And, like I said, I'm just so happy with this team. There's so much more. And the sky's the limit, So 1-0 is our mindset, and continue to be us and continue to have fun.
And I appreciate that. I sincerely do, because I understand that 1-0 has to be the mindset.
Yes, sir.
But have we reached the point, Nico, where you can kind of look at the big picture and look at where other teams are and just like, all right, what's our path look like, right? You know who you were there in the mix with. Like, I mean, at the moment you're a wild card, but how aware are you at all of that, or is that just nothing that leaks into what you guys are thinking of?
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't leak into what we got going on. At the end of the day, it's about us. We run our own race, and it's about us. We know what's going on the outside, but in order for us to go, get where we need to go, we got to take care of us first. And and that's the only thing we worried about right now. Being 1-0 each every week, continue to watch this film, continue to find ways to grow overall as a team and as a unit, and continue to keep chopping wood, be 1% every single day.
I know where you got to get right now, and that's in the locker room. Because, like I said, I've been in that tunnel, and it is cold in that tunnel. Get in there, get in there, and warm up, Nico.
It is.
Thanks for taking a minute. Stay healthy and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. All right.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. Happy holidays to you.
All right, appreciate you. Nico Collins and the Texans get the victory in Arrowhead. That's got to be satisfying. They've gone in there a number of times over the past couple years and come up short. Collins has his 8th career game with 120 or more receiving yards. That is tied with royalty in Houston. You're talking about DeAndre Hopkins and Andre Johnson for the most through a player's first 5 seasons in Houston history. They get the Arizona Cardinals next week as they continue to put some horrifying defense on tape and continue to stack wins as they are 1-0 this week. They're up to 8 wins on the season. Key moments in the game in Arrowhead, really it comes down to a couple of decisions. This is a 4th and 1 from their own 31 in the 4th quarter. Incomplete. Mahomes looking for Rashee Rice. Also came up incomplete on a 4th and 4 a little bit later. It allows the Texans to take the lead. They would add a field goal to win by 10. Andy Reid, a legend, but asked afterward about those 2 decisions, which had Tim Hasselbeck baffled.
I thought we could get it. That was the decision. I was confident we could do that. So it's important that you take advantage of opportunities. I thought it was an opportunity. I was wrong, no. I mean, hindsight, it was wrong. We've been pretty good on fourth downs. So, I messed that one up.
And, you guys have been really good on fourth downs with Cream in particular. Obviously, you'd already used him 3 times with short yardage. Does that factor into your decision to do something different there?
Well, it was a little similar to last week, when we threw the ball to Wiley there, so we felt we had run it a couple times, so came back and thought we had an answer with it, and didn't work out the way we planned. Really on all three of the fourth downs there, so, that we missed.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Reed believes in us. We've executed on that in that same situation several times this season, and they did a good job of passing the crossers. I wish I got to Rasheed a little bit earlier, or if I could have bought a little bit more time. In hindsight, probably try to hit Trav over the top of the defender, but I mean, he made a good play. They made good plays today, but I'll never question the decision to go for it because I believe in the offense and who we are. We've been close all season. I mean, that at the end of the day, you got to go out there and make it happen. I got to make the throw a little bit earlier so the guy can't close. We got to make those plays. We got to score touchdowns in these moments, and we got the talent, we got the heart, but we have to go out there and execute it. And until we prove it, we'll come away with losses. So I mean, like I said, I know we're going to give everything we have. We'll give ourselves a chance and see what happens.